Hi, I'm Jonathan with the Rookie Academy. Today I'd like to share with you some concepts to help you ski bumps more effectively, make you feel more comfortable, and make the bumps feel a little less bumpy. About 90% of the terrain on most mountains is off the beaten path or off the groomed trail. And a lot of that terrain is bumpy or variable. By developing strong skills, particularly skills of a strong core and the ability to stay centered on the ski, we'll be able to explore more of the mountain, about 10 times the amount of the mountain that we could if we didn't have these skills. What we're going to work with here is developing the ability to keep the core strong and moving the feet back and forth under a stable upper body to keep us centered. If we know we're going to be hitting bumpy terrain, and we know when we hit that bumpy terrain, that has a tendency to throw us around on our skis or move us from the front to the back of the skis in an uncomfortable manner, we need to take some preventative measures to make sure that we have the ability to stay in the center of the ski. The first thing we're going to do is lower our stance a little bit. In the ankle, the knee, and the hip, I'm going to flex slightly, trying to feel my whole foot. I feel the ball of my foot and the heel of my foot even, or I feel like I'm standing on the arch of my foot with a little contact to the shins of the boots. From here, I'm going to engage my core. I'm going to engage my core by sucking my belly button back and feeling the muscles tense up through the rib cage. From this position of being slightly flexed with a strong core, it's very easy to move myself along the length of the skis, which is important to be able to do because when I hit something, I'm going to be thrown forward or back, and I need to get back to this centered, neutral, athletic stance that we just explored. There are two main ways to move ourselves along the length of the skis. I can take my body and move it fore and aft along the ski, or I can take the skis and I can move them fore and aft underneath me, underneath a stable core. When we're skiing on groomed snow in bigger turns, when we have lots of time, we tend to move fore and aft by sending the body to the front of the ski and pulling it back to the center. But in variable terrain, when we don't know what's going to happen to us, we need a little more speed and a faster reaction time. And the way we get that is by keeping the body stable and moving the feet underneath. We can practice that statically, or standing on flat ground by standing still and moving the body fore and aft, leaving the feet firmly planted on the ground, as demonstrated here. Keeping the core strong, we can leave the body in the same place and send the feet back and forth, as demonstrated here. My goal here while standing still is to keep my body stationary from the pelvis to the head, not moving, and moving my feet or my base of support underneath me. Now let's put that task into motion. Let's try going across this gentle slope here, and watch as I go across. I'm going to leave my body in one place and just shuffle my feet back and forth. I'm going to try going slow, and I'm going to try going fast. I'm going to repeat that a couple times in both directions. While I'm doing this, I'm feeling rocking from my toe to my heel and my heel to my toe. The entire time I'm trying to remain in contact with my shin to the front of the boot. That's going to let me know that I have access to the ability to turn my legs and tip my feet as much as I need to. This simulates the feeling what the bumps are going to do to me and the things that I'm going to need to do to recover as I hit them. Now let's take this into the bumps. Just like we did on the groomed terrain, we're going to traverse some bumps, but I'm not going to need to push my feet back and forth because as I hit the skis are going to go uphill and my feet are going to slow down. As they go back down the bump, my feet are going to speed up, and that's going to simulate the feet moving back and forth underneath me. What I'm going to try to do is limit the amount they slow down by pushing them a little forward over the bump. I'm going to try to limit the amount they speed up by pulling them back a little bit as they go over the bump. Now let's put that into some basic turns. We're not going to worry too much about the line or where we turn, but we're going to try to keep centered on our feet by adapting to the terrain through some medium-sized turns. As we feel our feet go up the bumps, we're going to let our feet rock forward a little bit. As we come over the bumps, we're going to pull our feet back, trying to keep a consistent size of turn the entire time. Now that we have a stronger ability to stay centered and manage the fore aft challenges that bumps and variable terrain give us, let's try making this into some shorter turns and more fall line oriented bump skiing. Without trying to get too much ski performance, we're going to make some shortish turns, kind of one turn per bump, keeping the ski reasonably skiddy, and taking that undulating motion of toe to heel and heel to toe, just in one turn each. So as I hit the bump and my feet get pushed forward, I'm going to start the turn, and then as they accelerate down the bump, I'm going to pull them back a little bit, and repeat that turn after turn. So guys, in summary, what we've done today is develop stronger fore aft ability to get us off the groom snow and into some basic bumps, and conquering the challenges that bumps give us within that realm of fore aft and getting thrown around. We strengthened the core, we lowered the stance, and learned to move our feet under our center of mass versus our center of mass over the top of our feet so that we could manage the terrain, and took that skiing in some shorter turns and bumps. Going forward, keep practicing that. Move it to some steeper terrain, keeping it skiddy and round turns. As you get more advanced, go a little faster and start increasing the range of motion so that you can stay centered, absorbing larger bumps. I'm Jonathan with the Rookie Academy. Thanks for watching.